Hello, and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sedrik Kennedy, and my random here and there co-host and author, Sidra Owens, is here. We just got done listening. Well, at first, you know what? Let's give credit where credit is due, because I haven't really been following too much, and I gotta read I'm gonna do that after this, but there's a comment by Pro-Social Pessimist on the video I made of creating the modern black freedom fighters. And I got to read that. It's a long one, so I'm going to pretty much put that into Google Translate. So then there's this other person, Atheist Gonez. And this is what kind of hit me two things a bit. So what he said, or this person says, you mentioned in a previous video that it would be best for the right to pop off first. It seems as if the left beat them to the punch. In a revolution, it'll be best to have the majority of the public behind you. In Minneapolis, they went for the jugular by burning the police districts. Burning the police district building was exactly what needed to happen to send a message. The message is, you can be touched. Okay. So, and I was like, what? I was like, they burning stuff? You know? I mean, last major burning was, I think, was the Watts riots, wasn't it, Sidra?
Nah, LA.
No, LA? After...
It was the Rodney King riots in LA, and then I just looked up. There was another one in 2001 that was in Cincinnati that was worse than that. But I don't even know what that was about. Yeah, police killed somebody.
Yeah, you know.
That's what happens.
So, you know, same story, different date and time. And you know what? Atheist is right. It's right. Because... yeah, that you can be touched. And see, some people might see that as inflammatory, but no, the truth is, think about it. Think about it, as I've said in previous videos. And nobody else does it. I'm the only one that's mentioned this. And I've been doing it for quite a few years. But, yeah, the police will straight up murder you while your family watches helplessly, just helplessly watches, proving that there's nothing that can be done about it. And then they gotta still be respectful to the police officer murdering their loved one, murdering their neighbor, murdering their friend, murdering someone of fellow skin complexion, proving you're powerless. You've got nothing. You are nothing. And since you are nothing, I'm going to kill you in broad daylight, on camera, in front of your friends and family. And the only thing you can do is protest.
And see, they're going to demonize, they're already demonizing black people because, you know, we're just so violent.
Just violent, just for no reason. We just, we just can't lay down and take our death and humiliation like good subordinate little, black people. We can't do that.
You know, we're out there killing cops every day. But the response to black people dying at the cops' hands, they tried protesting.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. It got shut down. It got bastardized. All lives matter. Blue lives matter. Which basically means, y'all black folks can lay down and die. We don't give a shit.
Yep.
They've proven that they don't give a shit about us time and time again. Let me finish my train of thought.
Yes.
Time and time again. So they protested, that didn't work. Tried to push hard to put people in office who may cause a change, more progressive. No, they don't. That don't work either. So what's left when you get tired of people dying needlessly? And see, and this death, the death of George Floyd, it wasn't a shooting. It wasn't a shooting recorded in the dark. It wasn't, It was slow. It was methodical. You could see it. Any of you who haven't watched the video, watch the video. It's sobering and it's angering, and it's him putting his knee on his neck, and he slowly shifts his weight and presses it harder and harder. It's like the tightening of a noose. And no one can say that he didn't lynch that man in front of those people. And no, he didn't look at him. He was looking at his victim. But there's nothing they could do about it because he had his buddy standing guard. So, would you say Eiffelists?
Yeah, I think that's Ephilus or Eiffelists.
You know, in the last line of the post, the response he made to Sedrik's video, you can be touched. I mean, because they've been touching everyone else. You know, it hasn't just been black folks.
Nope.
It's been the poor, the homeless, the autistic, the deaf, the disabled, all of them. If you're not them, then you have no right to be here, apparently. So, you know, a long time ago, Sedrik and I had a friend who had a unfavorable girlfriend that he stuck by. And we would say quite often, you know, it's going to come to a point.
That was a long time ago. Good.
We would say, it's going to come to a point. We said it so many times, this girl was crazy. And it did come to a point. It took time. It took a long time because he was a loyal motherfucker. But it came to a point where he had all he could stand. And that is what has happened. So it's come to a point and people are rioting. Now, there's situations like this that could be a teaching and a learning moment. But we are in the United States of America. We don't teach and we don't learn. So, it's going to happen again. Somebody else is going to die and it's going to happen again. But something might happen in that they're going to get worse. The responses are going to get worse because the point that it comes to is going to drive people to set aside their humanity. To make their own point. Sorry for the long pause.
It's like boxing. It's like boxing. Come out, protect yourself at all times. That's what it is. And when you have no one to police the police. Now, here, look. The police do have police. You know who that is? Sheriff, governor, mayor, senator, judges, lawyers, vice president, president, chief of staff, all these people.
It shouldn't even have to get that high.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. If a cop kills someone in your city,
I didn't say it should.
No, I'm not. I'm talking, Sedrik. I'm not saying you said anything. But if a cop kills someone in your city wrongfully, it doesn't matter what color they are. It is your responsibility, if it's your city, if you were the mayor, to make sure justice is had, not covering someone's ass. And that's all that's happened. That's all that's ever happened. Nobody thinks about that. People try to blame the government and the attorney general and all that shit, but think about it. Think about it. We vote these mayors and city council people in and district attorneys, and they're the ones who let these cops slide.
Yeah, they do. Yes. And it's a system because don't no one care about anyone that's not white and well-to-do. Because you see, when we go out, past, present, and in the future, cops will always be patrolling poor black neighborhoods. That's what they do. Cops used to be downtown all the time. You couldn't go 5 inches without seeing a cop car go by, or following you like there's a chain connected from your bumper to theirs. You just couldn't. But now downtown's been gentrified. Now downtown is all well-to-do looking. There's white people walking their dogs and eating outside. No cops. No cops. Don't see him anymore. Don't see the one hanging out on the side of the street because no one can afford to be down there in the first place because it's too damn costly. You know?
How many times have we driven through the country club neighborhoods getting from point A to point B?
Never seen a cop.
I have never seen a cop there.
Country club
driving
areas.
through there. By the golf courses, by the large houses.
And the tennis courts and the swimming pools and those goddamn $500,000 homes and
with the columns.
Roman columns.
Never see cops rolling through there.
Never. So they don't have that in their system to feel like, wait, why are you patrolling my area? Why, oh my goodness, why are you here? I don't understand, John. Why are they like patrolling our area? You need to go away. You know, that's pretty much what would have happened. But no. You know, and here black people just look outside. Yep, there's another one. That's it. There's another cop. Need to leave it the fuck alone. And rightfully justly feel harassed. Yes, because minorities are harassed. You know, and ain't just black people. No, Hispanic people too. Asian people. You see cops all in the neighborhoods. All up in there. And so, eventually, when the cops keep beating on people, they're killing people, and showing that these people have no power, like I've been saying, and I've said it numerous times. You can go back and check all my videos about police stuff. Some cop or cops is going to kill the wrong person and it's going to set shit off. Now, they burn some precinct, okay? And if they kill some cops, personally, I don't give a shit. I really don't. Really think about it. I'm supposed to give a shit about those in blue that protect those in blue that do harm to those like me and you. Come on now. Think about that. I'm supposed to feel bad that some cop lost his life when he protects those that take the lives of people that's done nothing. Now think about this guy. He said, well, he tried to... Now look, you're going to justify this guy's murder because he might have been trying to use a counterfeit bill. Now let's think about this counterfeit bill. Let's just isolate that. He tries, the clerk says, I think it's fake. I'm calling the cops. The dude walks away. The cops find him right then. Always trying to search a black man for something, right? But didn't search him. And if they didn't find anything. So what the fuck you holding them for? No one found a fake $20 bill or $20 bill somewhere else and tried to use it and it got cited as fake. But let's just say it's on him. He's in custody. He's there. No resistance, no nothing. Slam him against the damn door, the wall, hurting him by over-rotating his shoulder and putting him in a hammerlock while he's already cuffed. Therefore, they're already abusing this man and not one charge. And then got him to the goddamn car and then walked him away. They walked him around the car and then proceed to fuck him up. And he begs and he pleads. He begs and he pleads. And the guy literally on his neck with his knee, putting all his weight down, tells him to shut up. Basically, I am slowly but surely killing you and I want you silent while it happens. And then, after his death, still gotta search him and whatnot. Where's the 20? Where's the fake money? Where's the fake money? It might as well be Rosewood. If anyone knows what that is. It might as well be Rosewood. It might as well be Tulsa, Oklahoma. It might as well be anything where black people tried to make it and white people couldn't stand it. And you wonder why all this race shit keep coming up. You're tired of black people. You're tired of me. You're tired of Benjamin Dixon. You're tired of other people bringing up racist white people and their shit. But you are not even in the area to even say this racist stuff is wrong and needs to stop. And we need to make legislation so it does end. and we need to side and ally and stand with those that are victimized by the police. No, you find ways to support the bullshit that comes out of the propagandist machine's mouth, and you find a way to help demonize black people, Hispanic people, Asian people that are stolen, and Native Americans that are kidnapped, put on sex trades, beaten, raped, murdered, shot in the back, drugs, guns, and anything planted on them. You sit there and defend it. And if you say nothing to either side and say you want to stay out of it, you are aiding the negative side. Because if you're apathetic to someone being murdered, then you don't give a shit. And you're only helping them. And this whole country, yes, is built and founded on this crap. But that doesn't mean that's how it's got to be after it was founded. Yeah, I could find a dirty penny, pick it up, I could take it home and wash it. It doesn't have to stay dirty. It doesn't have to stay crooked. It doesn't have to stay filthy. It can be clean. But instead, what's going to happen is, with this riot stuff, and yes, I agree with it. Yes, I agree with this riot. Yes, I agree with all the riots. Yes. Burn the police stations. They kill one of you, you burn their shit down. Oh, you're inciting the riot. You're inciting the violence. You know what? If I don't incite the violence, if I don't stand up for those that's trying to live, then you know what I'm saying? Everyone, keep getting beat down. Keep getting murdered. Keep getting slaughtered. Keep getting raped. Keep getting kidnapped. Keep dying in jail cells when you thought you was going to get out. And be peaceable about it, please. I will not aid and abet the slow but assured genocide of people that's doing nothing to anybody. You take away the ability of financial gains. You take away the ability of equal living. You take away the ability to be seen as an equal. You take away the ability to raise your own kids. You take away everything from every minority, and it's not enough, so you got to take a life too. And you think nothing's going to happen. Explain that to yourself. If any of you out there find that this riot is wrong, explain how far should someone get beat down before they stand up, fight back, and start taking some lives of their own. Huh? That's what you got to think about. Because this all could have been avoided, evaded, if someone was just simply decent. Legitimately, if violence get violence, your legislation, you're okay with all the slaughter and all this mendacity and destruction, you're okay with it. So when they fight back with equal vigor, you can only say, damn, I guess we pushed too far. You could learn the lesson and just fix this shit. You could, but you won't. What's going to happen is you're going to find some police, some military, some guards or something. You're going to come in with stronger force. You're going to start trying to kill as many as you can. Or you're going to get out of there and hope that it all calms down. When the truth is, I'm hoping, and I'm being straight up, I hope the rioters, yeah, they eventually get sleepy, get tired, they go home. Mm-hmm. But then you got those that won't stop. And you got those that are going to sleep for 4 and 5 hours, wake up, get their coffee, and go right back out there to help. I just ask, don't jack up your own place. You hurt those that hurt you. Nobody else. You jack up, hey, they want to kill one of you, fine. Take them to court, hit them pockets, burn down the police station. It's that simple. Because how are they protecting you if the whole point is to subjugate you? That's not protection. It's to punish and enslave, basically. So yeah, I can't be negative to the rioters. But if the rioters are going to mess up their own neighborhood and not go after the neighborhood and people that's doing it to them, that's when they're cowards. That's when they're wrong. Because I'm going to tell you, if a police officer somehow bars their way into my home, killed my daughter, the dumbest thing I can do is set my house on fire.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Doesn't make any sense to do that.
You go to the police officer's home and you set that shit on fire. You go to the police station, you set that shit on fire. You go to the governor's mansion, you set that shit on fire. You go to any political official and you set that shit on fire because they're the ones that give the okay. They're the ones that give the okay for the training. You go to the sheriff's house and you set that shit on fire. These people used to be public servants. No. They're just part of the greed now. And they're part of people that's making you all bleed. And it needs to stop. Because if I was out there, yeah, I would have been the guy in front of everyone saying where we need to go and who we need to hit. I'd be that one that was put in prison because I would definitely get caught because I would be the ringleader. I would be pointing to what home to blow the fuck up. I am not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie. If I saw somebody like, yeah, let's hit this store, I'd be like, hey, you leave that alone. You don't mess up the store. The store didn't do nothing to you.
Nope.
No, we go to the key places and that's it. We go home. And every night, everyone put on your darkest outfit, put on your mask, and let's go Molotov the fuck out of some police department. Every night. And I'll make sure that shit is done as in every state, in every county, city, province, town. It don't matter. Until this racist shit stop. I would organize and make sure that everyone votes for absolute progressive. And if there are none, then you be that one. That's what I would do. This could have been avoided. This can be repaired. This can be fixed. But it's only going to be fixed by people that can see past their racism and be better and just say, this ain't worth it. This hatred ain't worth it. Feeling better than someone because of their skin complexion or what my parents or my friends taught me is not worth it. I want to see them as I want them to see me. As a person. As someone to be respected. Someone to be spoken to with respect. But if you can't see someone as your equal, you need to not have the power you got. That is first and foremost. Take the power from the racists. That's it. The power don't have to shift. It just has to go away. Equality means someone can't be that knee on somebody's neck. Equality means that if you see somebody with no home, no prospects, no nothing, living on the side of a rubber pile in a tent, you don't sit there and shoot them dead and then sick the dog on them. That means if you see someone that's poor, living on the street, and they running from you, and all they got is a knife, and they're hiding behind a pool table, and you and your 15 buddies with automatic rifles shooting them, you see, that shouldn't have to happen. You know, that shouldn't have to happen. So, yeah, this is what it is. And it is because the racism wouldn't stop. You couldn't stop. The racists could not stop being that Confederate-minded, forefather living, acting, slave owner being, wishing that they had again, make America great again. They couldn't stop that mindset. So yes, should we not be blaming you for what your ancestors did? At first, I could agree, yeah, we should not. But the problem is you keep trying to live the way your ancestors lived. And that's why you're still guilty. That's why. I hope this can be a lesson to everybody. You can only beat something down so long before it come back up and bite you. You know? You can only do it for so long. And literally, just like in this movie where this dude got his ass whooped and he started acting up, and the guy said, I hope we don't have to have this conversation again. Because if so, it's a war. How many can be lost before you give up? Because that's what war is. How many lives, how much resource can you lose before you realize, damn. And let me tell you something to you racist white people, you cops, you legislators. you senators, you know, white people in charge. You've taken everything from black people. Black people mainly, and Hispanic and Native Americans, they only really got what they need. And a little bit of what they want when they save up and tax return time. So they're used to not having much. So there's no resources that they're risking. But you got everything. And that puts the fear in you because you know what you can lose. Because anything that we got can be replaced with about $20 or $30 a pop. That's pretty much it. But all y'all got that expensive shit. You got that lifestyle, that well-to-do. Yeah, you got some struggles, but that's the shit you literally bought onto yourself. We got our struggles, and that's the shit that you keep putting on us. That's a big difference. So I suggest you learn and get better and stop making things worse. Because you're not going to put this on us. This ain't us. This ain't the black people's problem. This ain't the Hispanic problem. This ain't the Native American problem. This ain't the Asian problem. This ain't the Islander problem. This is a white racist problem. So you can get the fuck out of office. You can get the fuck out of our lives. Or you can keep poking the bear that's going to scratch and bite the fuck out of you and your families. That's really all that's going to happen. Yeah, this might settle down, and then you'll start again because you can't help it, and you're going to fuck up, and then it's going to happen again, and you're going to blame the black people and all the poor people, and then they're going to die down, and then it's going to happen again. How many generations is it going to take before all the stupid stop? Before all the racist white people in power can just say, God damn it. How long until you white people that are not racist, but maybe apathetic, and maybe wanting to be an emotional ally, actually stand up and say, God damn it, you racist people, stop it. How long before you just say, God damn it, please. I can't go have a beer with my friend because now he look at me like I'm the enemy. Thank you, motherfuckers. You've got to find not a balance. You got to find a way to end it. You got to stop it. Because the Confederacy is real. And it is here. And it's all 1/3 of this country. What you gonna do about it? Non-racist white people. What are you gonna do about it? Apathetic white people. Because if you don't want your neighborhoods fucked up every few years, you got to stop those bastards. That's your mission. And if you see a black person getting messed up and you do nothing, or you say, oh my, poor baby, I'm sure he should probably just have gotten better education. Yeah, you're not an ally and you're a fucking scum. Trust that shit. But then again, I guess it would have to be the whole, it's not really a problem until it happens to you. Then you got to find someone to blame.
Or start some sort of foundation.
Oh yeah, another foundation to funnel money into so someone can take advantage of that and, you know, nothing changes like usual. Yeah, let's call it, I don't know, like the Help a Negro Foundation not get shot or some shit. You know, because, you know, Colin Kaepernick, he kneeled because he was like, I'm not going to play a game. No, I'm not going to stand and salute for a flag that don't represent me and my people, that's actually been raised to keep us down. And white people lost their fucking shit. And all the while, these black people getting killed, not a word. Not a word. Not even an oh my. It's always a, what did that black person do?
He was guilty of something.
He had to do something. The cops was on him. Yep. It ain't like he got into a car drunk, showing off for his friends, killed 4 people, and just got on house arrest. You know,
he was too rich to know any better.
Oh yeah. It ain't like he, you know, just took up his racist arms and went to a black church and, you know, I'm trying to protect our white women and killed 9 black women, straight black women, and then got treated at Burger King. You know, yeah, it ain't that.
Murderers gotta eat.
Yeah, I guess that's what it's gotta be. You know, it ain't got. You know, I'm just saying. Ain't like you hunt down some kid trying to do a store run for his family so he can enjoy watching TV with him and get stalked by someone he don't know, he's never had an altercation with, and then fought down and is shot in the chest and killed. You know? No, it won't nothing like that. It won't like the dude that got pulled, you know, the woman that got pulled over, but her boyfriend shot up and killed, you know, and she's got to be respectful to the murderer. No, it ain't that. It ain't like the little girl, you know, the 12-year-old girl that got molested and felt up and the mother was held at gunpoint while the officer's like, hey, get up and I'll kill you. Oh, I thought the girl was 16. Shit, still underage, but it was passable enough. Oh, no, it ain't like that. Yeah, it ain't like, hey, I'm going to pull you over because you're a black woman and this car just looks way out of your price range. And you just don't make it out of prison, you know, even though you wrote a letter talking about how happy you were to get out. No, it ain't that. No, it ain't like an off-duty officer doing a no-knock search without a warrant when the guy's already in custody that he wants and then he kills a black woman sleeping. You know? No. You know? There's a lot of stuff that keeps happening. And eventually, yeah, this will come of it. And it will happen again. It will. I think I browbeat it long enough. I really do. But, yeah. Riots versus racists. Right now, I guess we're going to have to see who wins. And the one who wins is the one that gains the most allies. So, come on, you apathetic white people and you non-racist white people. Be a fucking ally. It's been Sedrik Kennedy and Sidra Owens for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.